we're just gonna have to fucking come up with something, I guess.
You have so many fucking NPCs. I'm sure
Get
somebody knows
started.
how to do something.
It's 5 minutes after the game. I'll try and think of something.
Fuck. Oh my god.
I thought you had this handled. I don't know. I can't do everything.
Ryan, what?
I
Plan
don't
beforehand?
know.
Plan
I
before?
don't-
It's
I don't
Ryan,
have-
Josh!
I don't have the capacity to do all these things.
Neither do I.
I'm
actually
only an
very
elected official. I
unprepared.
can't make decisions by myself.
Unrelated question, but what's the owlbear race pot again?
Let's see. What did I say the entry fee was?
5K, I think.
5K.
5K.
Let's see. Like, I think like either 15 or 20K, something like that.
Oh, sick.
I think it's
Fuck,
15.
That's almost my whole debt.
Okay.
And the entry fee.
Almost?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought it was only 6,000.
yeah. I was referring to the debt.
Yeah, Josh listed some more details on the race stuff in the chat the other day. So it sounds like we just got to get a sponsor who can pay our entrance fee and get a cut. I guess the majority cut of the winnings, I'm assuming. We have to negotiate that. But we can provide the wagon, they provide the owlbear, and we can just race it. And I bet we can make a pretty good wagon with all the rockets and fireworks and all that we can make.
Yeah.
Where is Eric?
We won't get the full 15 because they'll want to cut. They might just give us. I don't know. We'll have to talk to an NPC about what the cuts are.
Just remember that the last time you guys competed in some sort of contest, we had to resurrect.
Yes, but this is like a public contest versus something in the back of town with a bunch of fucking shady noble kids.
But it's also for 15K.
Yes, which is definitely more than what we were going for last time. The big part of it is the fact that, like, to get an owlbear and to get the entrance fee, we're going to have to get a sponsor that will take a hefty cut, unless we can scrounge up 5K real fast and an owlbear real fast.
You know, now I'm wondering if Silas fucking knew about the fucking... I'm gonna kill him. That little bitch.
Oh, believe me, there's a list.
I have a list.
I do too.
Are you checking it twice?
All of you fucking have lists.
Silas is Jim Hines' old friend, right?
No, Silas is Vivi's ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
You're thinking of Tristan.
I'm thinking of Tristan.
Yeah, you're
right.
thinking about Tristan.
Yeah. Tristan was at the party. Silas was not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Silas was in a scene in Red Knuckles' place. I don't think he saw any of the other party members though. I think he only interacted with me.
That sounds right.
I have to write that down. I have a line for when something happens. Ha. Happy.
Okay.
So things I was thinking of doing for the montage, building a bunch of shit for the bar. Obviously, I have a list of things, and
checking it twice.
Checking it twice.
See, I said
maybe thrice.
All of you have lists.
And the only other thing I thought of was possibly finding out more clues to Vivian's riddle.
Okay.
My list of downtime stuff is day one's gonna be a lot of running around much hitting up the rest of our Silverchime neighbors, kind of make sure they're all down for the block
Mhm.
party thing, see what we can help them with, if anything. Going to get Caprica going on learning how to run the bar while we're not around. Then taking a list of Charlie Izzo's recommendations for non-licensed vendors and go scrounge us up some more booze and food for the grand opening.
Mhm, mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember your list, Kyle.
Don't forget
Cool.
with sourdough. The best
Oh
damn
yes, of course.
sourdough.
Best
In the
sourdough
city.
in the city.
Let's see. Oh, I made handouts for the enemies from last time. So shadow doggos
Oh, nice.
and bigger doggo.
Big bad doggo.
That's a big. Ugh.
Again, that
That's a
thing's the
little
size of a
bitty doggo.
Clydesdale. So
Alright.
Good old yes sounds.
So let's see. Okay, got that. No response from Eric. Hopefully, he'll be joining us. I assume he's running late. If he, I don't fucking know. I know nothing.
Usually he's
So,
good about letting us know if he's like late or can't make it or stuff. So this is
yeah,
a little bit...
yeah, I know. Like that's the only like nothing, like none of it bothers me. It's just like strange he hasn't told me.
Yeah.
But it's fine. So what we're gonna do is might as well get started. So who wants to do a recap?
Well, we fished Aza's body out of the water and decided to take his body to a temple to get some resurrection going. But a strange...
Sorry, we've been a night named Nee.
Yes, exactly. We started to be followed by a small drow boy named Nee. We kept talking about shadows. We got halfway to the temple and were attacked by shadows. Oddly enough, we went to scare them off with the use of light and various other dog beatings.
I
And
thought he was a
we ended
Shadow
up...
Kai, something like that.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
Shatter Kai.
Shadow
All
Kai.
those elves look
Shadar
the
Kai,
same.
yeah. It's fucking elves, you know.
It's pointy ears.
There's a
Pointy
billion
ears.
there's a billion different types. He's one of those cool ranch nacho cheese elves.
Drow, Shadow Kai, it's all dark elf.
It's all dark elf to me.
Yeah.
This is
All
and King. This is
don't
why
all
you're
you
not
elves
allowed
look
in the
the same.
hotel.
I still like the idea that King can not tell half elf from an elf or...
Mhm.
It's okay, nobody can. Actually,
Some of my best friends are Shatter
some
Kai. It's
people
okay.
can.
So we drag his body to the Temple of the Moon,
Mhm.
and Nee follows us in, and we arrange a resurrection. And the resurrection is going just fine. We end up in a crazy Shadow Realm thing on some beams, and then for some reason the beam breaks underneath our feet. Some reason completely random and not at all tied to King or Vivi at all. That'd be weird. No,
Mm-mm.
and we end up falling into a crazy memory dimension. King dealing with some of his past, Vivi and Jim dealing with some of their past, and Laz and Oz dealing with their own past.
Which had totally nothing to do with me watching Gurren Lagann and being inspired by it. Continue. Totally nothing to do with that.
I did not even catch up on that. I did not even make that connection. Well, anyways, we each
didn't
found a
either.
way out by finding moon iconography, and we managed to get out of the memory prison and found that Izo came back to life, except that he's got moon eyes. Moon eyes that totally work and are not, blind eyes at all. He just has moon eyes and moon powers. We all have a nice hug, and we are 500 gold gone, but one Izo back, and that's where we ended it.
Okay, so very good.
You owe me 500 gold. Sorry, you owe me 50 gold.
Yes. Anyway, let's take a look here. Okay, got that. So. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do that. It's fine. So here's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna jump forward a little bit. Lazarus, I would assume. Do you Yeah. Never mind. We're just gonna cut to you guys in the bar. You guys are back at the bar. Fuck. Go to your bar there. If anybody had anything to do tonight, go ahead and let me know. If you wanted to craft anything, or Laz, would you want to go home? Maybe.
Yes. Especially because the first thing I want to do during the next couple days is
Mhm.
I want to be one of the ones who's there when sees Bruce for the first time.
Okay.
I feel
Yeah.
responsible for that.
Okay. Well. Gotcha.
Is Isa going to the bar tonight or back to his house tonight?
Charlie, why do you leave? Let's see. Fucking Evil Dead. Here's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say, you guys can take your. Izo's gonna go back to the bar or to Bruce's place. We'll assume you guys, whoever wants to go with him, goes with him, and we'll do that scene at another point. We'll flash back to it. But for the next couple of days, Izo's gonna be convalescing at the brewery. So you guys head there, head back to your bar. Laz, I assume, would want to go home.
Yes.
Intercom in every room. Anyway.
You're asking too many questions.
So let's see here.
Communication, okay? It's important.
Yes. Anyway. So King, Vivi, Oz, you guys head back to the bar. Lazarus, you head home. Yeah, if anybody has anything they want to accomplish tonight, let me know about like crafting or just in general. Sleep.
Possibly some drinking.
Sleep is well needed because I think we're all fairly beat up.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably just plop on bed without taking anything off, just like,
Just go home,
Yep.
get to your room, and die. Gotcha.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Oz would
I know you.
sadly stare at his other bed in his room.
Okay.
Pat on the bed,
Yeah.
and a single tear will come from his eye.
Laz, I assume that's for drinking.
Yes, that is for drinking.
Okay. Yeah, you give yourself a nightcap. Or two.
Or 10.
Or 10. And let's see with that. You guys rest, you recover your spell slots, your HP, half your dice, all that good stuff. Let's see.
Not prepared.
It's okay.
Nobody knows.
Boom, gives us a back up.
Oh yeah, spell slots.
I'm not gonna craft tonight because after the pitching on Isa's resurrection, my money got a little too low for that.
Funds are tight again. Maybe this game is Cowboy Bebop now that I think about it.
It really is.
We keep on going for these big scores and keep on biting us at the end.
And end up having to spend like the majority of it doing like the morally right thing, and now you're all starving again.
Actually, I have a
Oz,
ton of
is it?
Yeah, except for Oz. Let's see here. But otherwise, you guys can sleep through the night. Yeah, wake up the next morning.
Can we though? Can we sleep through the night?
Yeah, every once in a while you hear like the barking of dogs outside. But otherwise, there's no problems.
It's normal barking, right? Not shadowy barking, right?
There's barking
know.
outside.
We don't know that.
Yeah. Otherwise, you guys wake up. No worse for wear. And let's see. Oh, here is the morning edition for you. So because Ryan can't read this right now, commotion seaward, loud booms, howling reported in district. Those we lost. City mourns recent death of watch members. And the third story is Dock Ward bar burns down, gang war likely to blame.
Ah, less competition. Looking up.
The recent watch members. That's a reference to our dealings with the ill cult.
It is a reference to a couple of like all the guard member. Like yeah. So it would be, was it Pollock who died? Yeah, it was Pollock who died. You guys killed Pollock, and
Yeah,
also
fuck that guy.
also like 4 guard members who were guarding the front of the theater when the Zentarum attacked, because those guys were killed by the goblins. Those who were guarding the backside actually were just knocked unconscious.
Unfortunate.
Crap. Yeah, that's not good news.
So the other they're burying like 5 guard members after that.
Dockward Bar. What's that a reference to?
The bar in question is called the Serpent's Coil. According to the story, it had known Zentarum affiliations.
Okay.
That was a bar some of you actually visited not too long ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounded familiar.
Let's see. Otherwise,
it'll have mermaid ghosts. Says over.
Yes. Either way. So let's see. How do I want to do this? Yeah. So let's just go down the line. King, what do you want to do first?
I am going to propose to the group that we need money, and the Owlbear Grand Prix is soon, and I think we should enter it and find.
Oh yeah, that's just like for qualifying, right? That's not the actual thing.
Well, I mean, once we qualify, then we can enter the actual thing.
Of course, yeah.
Air's gotta pay out of 15,000 gold.
Wait, what? We have to pay gold to get gold?
From my understanding, we find someone, some sucker, to pay that gold to get us in, and they just get a little cut of the winnings after we win, and leave us apply the Albert.
Hey,
So we just gotta find a guy with an owl bear and a lot of money.
With an Albert, a lot of money, willing to pay us to use the Albert race, and we just have to supply the wagon and the riders.
Wait a second. What about that pet shop? Do you think they would? Maybe.
If they don't want to sponsor us, they'll at least know who does have owlbears who might want to sponsor.
That's a good idea.
You think that Hopper guy would sponsor us?
He might. Ooh, he might. I have no idea where he lives.
Me.
Oh yeah,
neither.
that guy too.
We would need a wagon for it, though.
He's a noble.
I can make a
usually live
wagon.
in Seaward.
The pet shop's a
Generally.
good start because then it tells us where the owl barrel, whatever the fuck they are, and then we can maybe find a sponsor through them, like you said, there, King.
Yeah, I'm liking how this plan's shaping together. And I gotta go around Silverchime Alley anyways and kind of make sure everyone's still on board for the block.
Oh, yeah, and I gotta get to work. I roll up like my sleeves. I'm wearing like a belt with a bunch of tools.
Anyone care to come with me when I talk to Badger?
I actually have something I need to do. But maybe he might have the answers I'm looking for as well. I want to come.
Yeah, they go with him.
Okay, I don't want to go with the whole Silverchime Alley thing, but you can come with me a Badger, no problem. Let's
Is Badger's the one who sells the pet shop guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's outside of Oz. Yeah, okay, go on.
Okay, so King and Oz are heading over to Badger's place. And Vivi, you're staying behind to work on the bar. Okay, that's good.
Yep.
And Lazarus, what are you up to first?
Laz is going to head down, head across to, So he's going to head out to see if he can find any leads on Jem's brother.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so given all of that, let's see here. So King and Oz, you guys head over to Timeless Wonders Pet Shop. When you go inside, you find Badger is currently in the process of feeding like some sort of large reptile, and by that, like he's currently caught in the jaws of the reptile while trying to feed it. You managed to like get him out of that situation, and over the course of your conversation, so you guys are asking about owlbears and who might, like, if he has owlbears and who might have owlbears and stuff like that.
Does he know anything about
Yeah.
the race, or?
Yeah, that too.
Let's see. He doesn't know too much about the details of the race. He does know about owlbears, though. Badger doesn't have any in stock. He does know ranchers who live around Waterdeep who raise owlbears for racing purposes. He can get you in contact with some of them if you're looking to like get your own owlbear. As for who's in the market for owlbears, who already has owlbears that might be willing to sponsor you, let's see. Yeah, he knows a couple of nobles. Names like Roaring Horns come up.
Any better names?
Yeah, hang on.
Fucking little bitches.
Are we just doing this like third person? Or are we actually doing it like first person?
I'm gonna try and try and get a whole lot done here tonight. So instead of trying to make it.
Oh, got it. So we're trying to keep it brief.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Yep. Brief.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll come up with a list of names for possible sponsors, but there's several nobles. There's probably at least one guild that has one. And again, he also knows a rancher who has like owlbears. But Badger will also throw this out to you. All I'm saying is, if you want an owlbear, I can get you an owlbear.
When you say you can get us an owlbear, how much we talking?
Well, that's the thing. So you're looking at joining the race, right?
Possibly.
I'm gonna propose this little arrangement here. You qualify, you come back to me. We'll go get an owlbear. I'll put up your fee, and then we split the winnings.
And when we say split, what kind of split are you proposing?
50-50.
Okay, if you're putting up the fee, then
60-40.
60 for me, 40 for you. That makes sense. That's a good idea.
No. Other way around, bud.
Now hold on. I'm paying the initial fee. Why am I
And
getting
we're
the small
winning
cut?
That's a
race
good point.
for you.
That's a good
And
point.
I'm getting the owlbear.
But we're winning the race for you. Come on, man.
You're already making more money than I am.
50-50, and you keep some pamphlets for the bar on your counter.
Fantastic.
And we get to keep the owlbear.
Hey, listen. You can keep the owlbear all you want. I don't know where you're storing it, but fine. There is the other question of course, you'll have to help me catch the owlbear at some point, but yeah.
Oh, that simple, dumb beast, that'll be no problem at all.
Well
Oh my
said.
God.
Noted.
Oh my god.
Also, so the qualifier is not 5,000 to get in it, right?
No, that's free.
Okay, so I got the qualifier and the individual event, I think, pushed together in my mind. So what is actually entailed with the qualifier?
You guys
Yeah,
you go, you register, They have owlbears and wagons for you to use for that. If you win, your team gets to go to the actual event.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's give that a shot. Cause
Keep going.
yeah, cause 50/50's like that's a decent split. I'm assuming any of these open houses would give us like not near that kind of.
You'd have to ask around, maybe. You don't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be
That's
like, I just wanted to be in Oz and just say 60/40 just because it's funny.
That's fair.
Oh, one of the. I'm sorry. Hang on. Okay, so Roaring Horn's one of a sponsor. Another one that definitely has one is Kilani Wavesilver. She has an owlbear.
Oh, your girlfriend.
Is that the one with the big?
Yes.
Big titty
Heart?
elf bitch.
Yep. That gave you a kiss.
She's a big personality, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll tell Badger that we'll consider the offer, and after we qualify, we'll get back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to ask him something specifically.
What's up?
I wanted to see if, well, I was basically saying, my frog, he kind of died. I've heard of these ranger people, forest people, and they're able to bring them back. Do you know how that happens? Do you know how that works?
He scratches his chin. I don't know nothing about the process itself, but if you're looking for something like that, he'll squint at you very, very calculatingly. You sure you're not with a watch, right?
What? Hell no. You want some fucking... What's it called? What's the drug
A
called?
narc?
To do?
Oh.
Narc?
Oh.
Oh, honeydew?
No. You want some
Honeypot?
honeydew, dude? Come on.
Right, no, sorry, I don't partake. But if that's the case, Badger will reach under the counter. You feel, or you hear the sound of something click, and the top of his counter actually like spins and reveals a whole bunch of stuff on the underside. We're talking like some sort of sword that's sort of glistening with magic. There's a bag that it's like this leather bag that's moving. Something inside is squirming around. There is this long, looks like some sort of blasting horn with like the head of it is shaped like a lion. There's a couple of rods that have like horses of the metal rods. Hang on, I'm just looking here. Several vials of what you could probably discern to be poison, and a silver whistle in the shape of the head of a ram. And he'll pick that up and he'll show it to you, Oz.
What's this do?
Not really sure, but I found it on a ranger. He helped me with a thing a little while ago. Yeah, again, I don't really know what it did. He didn't really explain it to me when he... Yeah, and I'm probably sure it's fine. But I used that to bring back his animal companion one time, right before anyway, I'm sure it's fine.
I kind of look at him funny. And what are you looking for this?
I'd say it's to bring back a frog. Tell you what, you take it, and you owe me a favor someday. No questions asked. You just do old Badger a solid.
Well, sounds like a good deal to me. I take it.
Fantastic. Also, make sure you don't tell anybody about this counter. And he like clicks something, and the whole thing like flips back over.
I won't tell anyone, but I'm gonna come back here later for that.
Gotcha. So, Oz, you now have one silver ram whistle.
Do I have to attune to this? Does it feel like I need to attune to this?
No.
Wham. Can I blow on it?
Yeah, when you blow on it, Oz, no sound comes from it. Nothing seems to happen.
I been scammed.
You didn't give him anything.
I don't care right now. I'm putting it in my pocket. I'll figure something out.
Okay. So Vivi, you're in the bar. Any particular thing, any sort of addition you're looking to add first?
Where did my list go?
Intercom, projectors, custom lighting, built-in
Mhm,
fog machine,
mhm,
pole
mhm.
dancing, and rat entrances / mini houses.
Yeah, just put that around in random places as I'm building things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the intercoms and projectors.
Okay.
Because that's important.
Okay. Yeah. So Vivi, you get to work trying to install intercoms and projectors and everything. The rats come out and start helping you.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah. You can explain what to do. Some of them aren't like they don't really understand what they're doing. They're just sort of doing whatever you tell them to do. Others, including one that has it's a gray rat with white the fur around its eyes is white, and it ends up making him look like he's wearing glasses. And he's
Cute.
constantly sort of ordering the other rats around, and he's also he's ordering them around, but he's also sort of showing off how smart he is and just sort of being very boastful about everything.
I'm
He's
cool
just
with that.
yeah. Okay, now make sure you put it over there and align the crystal like that. Okay, very good. Shut up, Dexter. Hey, don't tell me to shut up. Just keep doing what I tell you to do.
Man, dark.
Let's see. So let's see. You're doing that. We'll get back to you in a minute. So Laz, you're going to go searching around, looking for leads for Jim Himes' burrow, eh?
Yeah, so I'm basically going to sort of make my way through Sea Ward towards towards Castle Ward, and I'm going to be looking for rumors and things like that along the way.
Okay. Yeah. I assume you're asking people or
Yeah,
what exactly are you doing?
Asking around, checking out places where nobles tend to congregate. So that sort of thing, just sort of listening in, that sort of deal. Basically, just doing some good old gather information.
Okay. Yeah. If that's the case, give me a charisma check.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's alright. It's alright.
Not the.
Yeah. 14's okay. So, yeah, as you're going through the city, asking around, let's see. Yeah, the last time anybody saw him was incidentally the same day that Jim was talking about. It was the day of Jim was putting on some sort of performance, some sort of dramatic reading. His brother came to visit him in a fluster, from what everybody's saying. People saw him at that production. He was acting very squirrely. He was obviously very shaken. Let's see. Yeah, and now that I think about it, Madison was kind of acting nervous for several days before that. He had been. This wasn't just a spur of the moment thing. There had been a pattern leading up to this. With a 14, it's probably all you got from Seaward. But people remember remarking that Madison was looking pale, nervous for several days leading up to the last time he was seen publicly.
Okay. So nobody remembers him saying anything specific. It was all just vagaries, like flustered vagaries.
He seemed to be worried that he was being followed by somebody.
Okay.
Was he in jail or is he dead? Matt.
What do I know?
Oh, Mattis. Okay. Hang on. What
That's just a
what
random
were you saying, Lee?
question.
What do I know about his father's business dealings?
Not a whole lot. You know that House Moreau specializes in shipping, like naval shipping and stuff like that.
Okay.
And as for what was your question, Susan? Sorry.
Was Madison dead or is he just like in jail or something?
He's just been he's missing. He was
Oh,
the last time. Yeah, the last time Jim saw him, he came to him for help for something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jim blew him off.
And
Jim's
he
wing
has-
caught on
no one's
fire.
seen
There's a
it.
whole incident, and
Yeah.
nobody's just seen him since then.
Okay.
And Madison's sort of reputation up to up to those preceding couple days when he was nervous and shaken, was he sort of known as the serious one? Was he a partier or?
Oh no, but Madison Moreau has a sterling reputation as a no nonsense businessman, like a shrewd negotiator. Basically, think of everything Jim is and imagine the opposite.
Okay.
Are you saying that Jim is a full nonsense?
What the hell?
Internet's not
I
good
agree.
when you're walking out of the car into the apartment.
I was about to say you sound completely different.
Not on
Everyone was like,
anymore.
"Who is that?"
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you were heading on your way to Castle Ward, right?
Yes.
So let's see. King. So you're combing around Silver Chime Alley, going door to door to make sure everybody's on board.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So like we do a quick montage of you going to everyday wizardry. Professor Gearfried is very excited by the news of a block party. At one point, he's like ruminating on what he's going to do for it. Clatterby comes walking up with a knife, sort of raised to stab him, and like as he's bringing it down very slowly, Gearfried just reaches up, grabs it, sets it down. You head over to Men at Arms. They are very excited by the idea of a party. You head over to Tequila Mockingbird. Oh, how sad! It's still closed.
Ah, tragic.
So tragic.
Yes. And you've still got a few other places you've never been to. Where do you want to go?
Oh, what is the Golden Whale?
So you head over to the Golden Whale, and like there's flowers outside. It seems to be a florist shop. When you open the door, you're immediately confronted with a curtain of beads.
Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm all about this. Yes.
As you push your way through the beads, your nostrils are assaulted by just the smell of incense and flowers. Inside, it's just like this veritable wonderland of colorful flower arrangements, herbs growing in pots. There are it's not only a florist shop; it also has any number of fresh fruits and vegetables. There behind the counter is a floor-to-ceiling shelf full of vials of some sort of various herbal remedies, and emerging from a back room, also from behind a thing of curtains, is a middle-aged woman, black hair, slowly turning gray. She has all these fucking necklaces around her neck with like turquoise and other semi-precious stones.
A naturalist.
Yes, and as she sort of looks at you. Hello there, Star Child. How's it going?
Oh, I love that term. Oh, it was going fantastic. I have to say, I love the decor. I love the atmosphere.
Groovy. Name's Zelda. How's it going?
Oh, it is going fantastic. I don't think we've met yet. I am your new neighbor, owner of the King's Palace just across the...
Oh, groovy. Okay, yeah. I've been seeing you across the way. I've been wondering if I should go over. I didn't want to mess with the aura.
Oh, our aura is just fantastic. Nothing
I
wrong
can
with the aura.
feel-
The
I can feel
best
it emanating
aura.
from you.
The greatest aura. The most perfect.
Aren't you there with him?
Wait. Oh, am I with King?
You can be if you want to.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm not. But King,
Okay.
just keep saying aura, like, but repetitive, really fast. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, okay. The best aura. The fantastic aura. Auras. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Um, so, what brings you by? You looking for some flowers? Looking for herbal remedies? Maybe
Ooh,
a little
might-
cosmic essence? Tomatoes?
Cosmic- Ooh, these all sound fantastic. I just was wondering if you knew that here in a couple of days we're having our grand opening, and for our grand opening we're organizing a big block party for the entire alley.
Far out. It's been forever since we've done a party.
Tomatoes.
We were going to need how much are your tomatoes?
She ponders for a second, and then you watch her just sort of stare off into space. Huh?
At this block party, you should
Oh, hi there.
absolutely...
My name's Zelda. Welcome to the Golden
Hello!
Road.
I'm King. It's good to meet you. I just moved in across the way.
Oh, groovy. I saw you over there. I was thinking about coming over, but I didn't want to disturb the aura.
Oh, our aura's just fine. The biggest aura, the best, the most perfect aura. Auras.
Oh, great. Oh, fabulous. What can I do for you?
So, we're having our grand opening in a couple of days, and we're gonna have a big block party for it.
Groovy. Love it. I'll bring tomatoes.
Yes. Oh, we'd love to just have your tomatoes at the block party, and bring some flowers. We'll have
I'll bring
sourdough
cosmic
and
essence.
drinks.
Yeah.
I've no what it is, but I am all about it. What is?
She'll point to the shelf behind her at a jar filled with this like pink powder. And she'll just pick it up and like set it on the counter here. Cosmic essence, house specialty, amongst other herbal remedies.
How much for one vial of that?
She looks down at it. Cosmic essence belongs to everyone, man.
I'm going to take that, then you're far too kind.
We're all just fellow travelers through the luminous ether.
I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. We'll go on and travel out to the block party in a couple of days and bring those tomatoes.
Right on, man. Right on.
And I start heading out. I gotta see what Oz makes of this stuff.
Please tell me she has her own stand.
So meanwhile, Vivi, why don't you go ahead and give me a tinkering check? I guess that'd be intelligence plus proficiency. If that makes sense.
I'll just roll this. It's the same thing, right? No, wait.
Same thing. Okay, 10. Okay, yeah. So you start working on an intercom system. You're able to like hook up an intercom box for your room, and you can pick one other person.
Let's just say like the kitchen.
Okay, so you now have a direct line to the kitchen.
There you go.
Jealous.
It's for emergency purposes, not for food. Although, it's definitely.
I mean,
You're
midnight
gonna use
snacks.
that for snack.
Midnight snacks is like an emergency.
It absolutely is.
As if anyone's in the kitchen at midnight. Maybe. It's possible.
Let's see. Oz, what are you up to?
Yes. So I blowed that whistle and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, shit. I'm gonna try to, I guess, find out how I can bring Bully back. So, if there's like churches that are specific to nature, I guess I'll try to like walk into one of those. I don't know really where to go, so that's where I'm gonna start first.
Okay. So here, I'll pull you guys.
For
over
a second,
here.
I thought you were gonna say church is specific to frogs, and I was about to be like, yeah,
Well,
frog
if there's
church.
one specific to a frog, I'm definitely going to that one. But
Let's
than
see. There are like I know of a few places that might be good for this. Oh, the Shrines of Nature would probably be the natural thing to go to.
yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. That's up in Seaward. So you can start making your way up there. The Shrines of Nature are these elaborate, or actually not elaborate. They'd be opposite of that. They're very nice, but also very simple. Marble shrines that are sort of arranged around a little park. The center of which is a crystal clear pond. They're not really attended. People more like visit them. And like there's any number of like practitioners and adherents who are sort of walking around. They're wearing all sorts of like different religious symbols. Some of them are Shantea. Others are
Sylvanas?
fuck. So yeah, Sylvanas would be another one. And like there's that unicorn one. Is it Maliki? Yeah, I think it's Maliki.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've got like those three sort of faiths represented here.
Cool. I guess I'll go over to somebody who looks with like they have some kind of authority. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, okay. You can approach somebody who's like
They look
obviously
magical.
wearing a, who looks quasi magical and like looks like they belong here.
I'm stereotyping.
Fair enough. We'll say you find the most like druidy looking wood elf you can find.
Nice.
Like wooden quarterstaff and all that stuff. Yeah, looks down at you. Yes, how can I help you?
Yeah. Look, I'm a man of nature myself, and
He looks at your pinstripe suit and fedora. Really?
you wouldn't know it by my look. This is never mind. Look, my frog died, and I loved him. How do I bring him back?
Sounds like powerful magic you might need. Unfortunately, that's not really my specialty. I'm just the gardener around here.
God damn it! Well,
You
then
really,
who?
you really shouldn't stereotype.
You're right.
That being,
You should
being-
neither.
that being said, perhaps pray to the Earth Mother. Perhaps she might be able to offer some guidance, or the Oaked Father, or that third one.
Well, where are they? I'll just go to the house or something.
He's pointing to the very
Probably
shrines
like
around the park. Yeah.
Do I really gotta do that? Isn't there like somebody who can like just like talk to me?
I mean, he sort of shrugs. There aren't really attendants here. It's more of the faithful come to it.
I just roll my eyes and sigh.
Mhm.
And then I guess I sit down in front of one of these things and
Okay.
close my eyes and fart. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have like a preference?
What were the options?
Shantea, the Earth Mother, Sylvanas, the like Forest Father, and Maliki, who is like goddess of unicorns and I think like beasts.
Well, if I knew that it's about beasts, I guess I'll go to Maliki.
Okay. So you can go to her shrine, sit down. As you're just sort of sitting there, anything in particular you say or do?
Um, I'll go into like this kind of like I'll pretend that I know what I'm doing,
Mhm.
where I kind of sit down and I'm like in a weird, yoga kind of pose,
Mhm.
and then I say, "Yo," and then I just kind of wait.
Nothing happens at first. But then you catch something on the air. It smells like flowers.
Okay. Um, I just wait for something to happen. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Um, after a few seconds, the breeze picks up a little bit, and then you hear like this soft, melodious sound, and you realize in this breeze, your whistle, even though it's in your pocket, is like giving off noise. Like the wind itself is sort of blowing the whistle. After
I
a few
take-
seconds,
Oh, okay.
the music, like the noise from your whistle, just gets loud enough that other people are sort of noticing, and then the world falls away into sort of silvery mist.
Oh shit. Fuck it, guys. I'm in Curse of Strahd now.
Goodbye.
There is a vampire. No. So Laz, you're on your way back to what's its face? On your way to Castle Ward.
Yep.
Okay. Anything in particular? What are you what are you doing?
Going to where the Grey Hand to the
Blackstaff Tower.
Blackstaff Tower.
Mhm.
I'm going to basically I'm going to let them know about the Yeth Hound.
Okay, yeah. So you can inform the attendant. Yeth Hound, I assume Shadow Hounds and all that stuff.
Yes.
The attendant is just taking notes, nodding. You you get a report they've finished up sort of the analysis of the last thing you dropped off, that vial of ichor from those weird things that attacked the other night. According to the report, it's abyssal. What you're looking at is abyssal ichor, demonic essence. And from the description, it looks like those things were the actual name is too long to properly sort of like you don't even know how to pronounce that fucking thing. It just says in quotation marks next to it, abyssal scavenger. And there's a little note from the Blackstaff herself attached to this thing. If you're in the area, keep your eyes out for any signs of demonologists or sort of fiendish cult members or something like that. Abyssal scavengers are really bad news. They're like that's a thing that would only probably happen if somebody accidentally summoned them. So it's probably there's something to keep your eyes out on in that area. The real concern though is abyssal scavengers are they're unique in that they're not very powerful demons, but if you get enough of them together, their presence in the world actually like destabilizes it and can create larger portals for demons to come through.
That's delightful. Okay. Noted. And they were running around. They were pretty much just running around and southward, correct?
Yeah, like you've only seen them that one time in that one area in Southward.
Okay. Then I'll
With your intelligence, like you could probably ascertain that like if there were more out there, you probably would have like that would like people would be talking about the fact that there are demons out there. You would know if demons are loose in the city at the moment.
Okay. So it looks like we took care of the pack of them that was in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I also have some of the drug, I think.
Oh yeah, you have the weird vial.
Yes. Gonna leave that as well.
Okay.
See if they can find out anything about it. I give them its properties, what it does.
But
and
you don't know what it does.
Well, what I've
The red
observed
eye,
of what
assuming,
it does.
yeah.
The red eye side.
Assuming
Observation.
that's what it does. Okay, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what wards I've seen it in, because I've seen it in a couple wards now. So it's kind of spreading. Apparently.
Okay.
And then that's kind of all I wanted to do here. So.
Okay. Anything else you want to accomplish in Castle?
Yes. So I want to. Where would I go to find sort of records of Moreau's business dealings?
I mean, you'd probably have to for something like that. You'd probably have to go to House Moreau itself.
Okay, so there wouldn't be records of it in any government building.
In theory, there would be, but you'd have no idea. I mean, it may be in the city archives somewhere, but that's one hell of a search.
Okay.
It's probably not even going to be cataloged in terms of who's doing what. It's going to be based on date. So without something to cross-reference that, you're going to be going through the entire fucking archive.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna want to check in with Jem before I just randomly drop in on his family.
Okay.
So
He's probably there. I assume he actually went back home and snuck back in.
We'll find out. I think Eric's going to be joining us a little bit later. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will hold off until I know what until I know what he's doing.
Okay. So let's see with that. VV's installed intercoms. Let's go back to King. So King, where are you off to now?
I've already done my rounds of okay, so I hit the Golden. The Danny Trench, what is that?
So you head over to Danny Trench. All you there's no sign or anything indicating it other than a little placard on the edge of the building here that says Offices of Danny Trench. There is a stairwell on the back side of that building that leads up to a second floor apartment with the name Danny Trench on the door. You can knock on it, and after a few seconds, you hear, "Enter."
Hello! And I go to start opening the door.
Yep, you open up the door to a cramped, crowded office made all the worse by the fact that there are papers stacked into piles and piles of papers that have fallen over, scattered all about this place. It is just a absolute wreck in here. Standing at the opposite side of the apartment from you, looking out the window, holding a mug of coffee, is a man in a... Oh, wait, hang on. Where's Danny's handout? I gotta do that. Here we go. Danny Trench. Boom. This guy.
Ooh, dark and brooding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you come in, he's not looking at you. Instead, he's just standing there, still looking out the window, and he just goes, "I heard a knock on the door. A cat man walked in. I assume he had trouble for me." Turns
The cat.
around. What do you got for me, cat man? Do?
Well, as one of you have heard the fantastic news of the party happening in a few days, a block party for the whole alley.
Party, you say? Danny Trench hasn't heard about this, even though Danny Trench is a master of investigations.
King does not doubt Danny Trench's skill in investigating, and in fact would be interested in setting up a camaraderie of maybe future projects in the future. But for now, King hopes that Danny Trench attends the block party and has a good time.
The cat man was offering me a chance to attend a party. I couldn't really turn that down. All right, Catman. Sounds like a deal. What do you need from me?
King looked at the Danny Trench, and he simply said, "Just yourself, human man."
Takes a long sip of his coffee. All right, then. Consider Danny Trench. And he looks at you very seriously. In attendance.
King will consider Danny Trench attending. I awkwardly back out of the room.
As you close the door, you just hear, if you have any cases, let me know! King, give me a perception check real quick.
Absolutely. Not
7.
good.
Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. So, Oz. Back to you. You're in this sort of a vast, endless expanse of silvery mist. You hear in the distance the sound of hoofs clocking on stone. After a few seconds, you see something in the distance sort of emerging from the mist. Tall, four-legged. It's a unicorn. Towers over you, roughly, let's say, 15 feet tall, and just sort of stares down at you.
Wait, what?
15-foot tall unicorns looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
In this mist.
Yo!
Doesn't say anything. Just keeps staring.
Are you the god thing? What the fuck is going on? I start like looking around. What the fuck did I eat? Nothing.
Just keeps staring at you. No.
I'm gonna look around my surroundings. So is this all just mist right now? And then there's just this hulking fucking beast of an animal thing?
Yes.
What was its name again? I forgot already.
Maliki.
Maliki. Okay. Oh! Maliki! Any sign of anything?
It snorts.
Look, where's my manners? My name is, Oz Blue Blood. Nice to meet you. Hold up my hand.
It looks at your hand, looks back at you.
I put my hand back. Look, I have a frog. Well, I had a frog. And he died. So I'm looking for help? I came here. I don't know how I got here, but, yeah, I'm looking for help to bring him back. Would you help me?
Stares at you for a long moment. And
Look.
then kneels. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I haven't always been the best owner. Probably pretty terrible owner, to be honest. But I love that frog. Please help me.
Stares at you for another long moment. And then takes one step forward. Bends down its head. And touches its horn to the top of your head. And it starts to glow. It breaks into little fragments of light. Its eyes, however, remain locked on you. Just sort of this stoic, unmoving, judgmental sort of expression. And then slowly its body reconstitutes itself into the stoic, impassive, unchanging face of a frog. Bully reforms in front of you.
Is that really you?
Blinks.
That's exactly what Bully would do. I'm gonna give him a big hug.
You hug him, and suddenly you smell flowers again. You hear the sounds of the city. As you sort of start looking around, you're back in the shrines of nature, but it's well after dark.
Mhm.
Bully's there with you.
Has it been 8 hours approximately?
I'd say so, yes.
Yep, and 25 gold is gone.
That you would bug me.
Where the fuck my money
The unicorn stole my fucking money!
Okay, I'll spend.
We'll say, like, an attendant comes by and asks, and, like, requests for a donate. Oh, no, hang on, no. We'll say somebody's come along and just stole fucking money from you while you're sort of, like, tripping out.
Sure, that's fine.
I don't know.
I took 25
That's
gold.
better.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine, yeah. Some fucking kid's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker's money. He took your
It's like-
shoes,
This fucking goblin's just standing here. Tripping
took your Air
balls.
Jordans.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dig it up.
Cool.
Okay, so there's that.
I guess I'll rejoin the group whenever that is a thing.
Yeah. Let's jump back to Vivi. Vivi, why don't you give me a another tinkering check? Okay. You can install another
like-
intercom.
I'll say like I'm like working on one thing and I get like fucking bored of it because I can't figure it the fuck out and I just go to the next
Okay.
thing.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Let's move on to lighting.
Okay. What do you want to install?
Just do some ambient lighting in like the lower part of the bar.
Gotcha.
Maybe
gotcha.
maybe it's whatever light that I can install that changes colors. Just there.
Okay.
Is there
Yeah,
light
so,
bulbs
as you-
in this universe, or is it like candles,
Good question.
or is it
Um,
magic stuff?
Like, I assume like
Possibly.
what Vivi's installing is probably magical in some way.
Like never dying fireflies inside of a.
Yeah,
Maybe
well, like they have candles, and there are like magical sources of illumination.
and
They're
glass.
called,
Yeah.
They're called like ever burning torches and stuff. Those are things. So
Yeah.
yeah. So Vivi can start installing stuff like that. As you're sort of going along the baseboards, Vivi sort of like installing the filigree that's necessary to sort of conduct magic and stuff like that. You keep like at one point you come to a little rat that's he's got an adorable little blanket and he's just sort of snoozing there on the floor. You actually have to kind of sort of move him out of the way. Put in the filigree.
I put a little plate like piece of cheese between his arm like in the blanket. Try not to disturb him.
As you keep going along, you can or you see his nose twitch when you do that, and then you keep going along. You get another about 50 feet, or yeah, another 50 feet along, installing filigree, and you come across that mouse again. The fuck? How did he get here? Move him out of the way. Install the filigree. Cheese is gone. That's weird. Keep installing filigree. Keep going along. You keep running. You like it's weird. It's almost like in a cartoon sort of way. Every time you keep going like 50 feet, he's fucking there, asleep again. How's he doing that? But you can just install your lighting along there. And yeah. Okay. Give me one. Oh no, hang on. Okay. Yeah. So you finish installing your filigree, and you hear somebody sort of knocking on the front door. Like the door's open, and somebody's just standing there, sort of knocking as a formality. It's a dwarf dressed in nice attire, cane. He has a medicine bag that you know contains wine. Excuse me, am I intruding on something? I'm not bothering you, am I?
Is he inside or he's just knocking at the door? He's outside.
Like he's just sort of he's like knocking as he's walking in.
Oh. Just working on some stuff. What's up? Do you need some?
Yes, Mr. I've had an appointment with Mr. King and the bugbear about joining the guild. Erlen Trueblood. We had a. I think I saw you for a brief moment yesterday.
I like blink, 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 blink. Oh yeah, King is walking around. I'm sure you'll find him around the block here.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Izo's actually here. I don't know.
Back at the brewery.
No, and the good friend Izo is not here at the moment. Unfortunately.
I see. I don't suppose you know what their answer was in regards to joining our fine organization.
Not that I heard of. Really, I just make things here. I'm not a decision maker. Unfortunate.
Right.
Sorry. Kind
All
of
right, thank you.
bad time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But you might see
Right.
King around if you I'm sure walk around the block for a minute or two.
I'm not accustomed to this, but fine, fine. Thank you for your time, strange lady. And he'll head out.
Give him a thumbs up.
So annoying. King, you got one more stop to make. We'll go ahead and handle that.
Let's see here.
Yep.
So, if I'm exiting Danny Trench's office, would I see Erlen Trueblood about to go in, or is this like still
yeah,
before he arrives?
You could see him coming out of the bar, like with Vivi. You can see Vivi giving him thumbs up from behind him.
Mr. Trueblood! Oh, I was hoping to run into you.
Ah, Mr. King, as I live and breathe. Okay, excellent, sir. Good day, good day. Shakes your hand.
I shake his hand back. I expect you're here to continue our talk.
That I am. So, are you interested in joining our fine organization?
Oh,
He'll pull out a clipboard and he pulls out a pen. He's very eager.
I regret to inform you that we're actually going to explore a off the standard kind of chain style operation. And we're going to, really try and offer something more kind of like, niche and kind of, unnoticed, kind of brews that deserve a little more recognition. We're going to explore this kind of, more kind of, niche kind of market, more independent, more kind of indie market.
His smile immediately fades. He just sort of stares at you deadpan. I see.
I'm sure it's nothing personal at all. We're just, I had to listen to the advice of my trusted brewmaster, and I trust him. We believe that there is a market for this more independent architecture of, breweries, and kind of, explore that, see what untapped opportunities lie.
I understand. And just to be clear, your brewmaster was Mr. Izo from yesterday?
That is correct.
I see. So am I to understand that you'll be doing business with Mr. Blackbear?
That is correct.
Well, Mr. King, and you see he gets a smile on his face. I mean, you are obviously free to do whatever you want. I just feel that it's my obligation to inform you that we've done market research in regards to Mr. Blackbear's product. He has a fine product, an excellent product, I'd say. I'm sure it would sell perfectly fine, if not for one small detail. Mr. King, people simply don't want beer made by bugbears. They don't trust it. They don't like it. The market's simply not there. I worry that he will be an albatross around your neck, sir.
You would be surprised to see just how many bugbears, goblins, hobgoblins, tabaxi even, are in this city and would appreciate a selection of brews more kind of tailored to their taste, tailored to their market. Not every bar in this city has to, be so focused on the, humans, elves, and dwarves as you can find that sort of bar anywhere.
Understood, sir. Understood. He gets a big smile on his face. I wish you the best of luck in this endeavor. I'm sure there's business enough here in Waterdeep for everybody.
And same to you. This is nothing personal. We wish all the greatest luck to the Brewer and Vintners Guild as is possible. We just have decided to go our own way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Again, sir, if you have you have an associate's of mine's card. We have offices in Castle Ward. If you ever want to change your mind, we are always taking new members.
Will be noted, absolutely.
He'll get into his carriage. And again, I wish you the best of luck. And,
same to you.
As they start pulling off, you just hear and go, bugbears. Oh, I live and breathe.
We're going to crush that guild under our feet.
Laz, what are you up to?
Okay, so, okay, is today a work day for me?
Probably, yeah, I'd say so.
I should probably go do my job.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Do my
going to
job.
head down into Dockward and head to the office.
Okay. Yep, so you're like greeted by everybody as you go in. Tanavast notes publicly your tardiness, but otherwise doesn't really give you much of a hassle. And you just sort of go back to your you do some desk work for about a couple of hours. Do your normal patrols, stuff like that. You are approached by a gentleman. Let's see, where is his name? Or what's his face? I think it's this guy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, about halfway through your rounds, you are approached by this gentleman. Elderly, simple dressed. You actually recognize him from the other night. He was one of the guys who was also captured by the eel cult. You guys were sort of like situated in that room as you were being pulled in by Tanavast one at a time. This is one of the guys. I'll go ahead and show him to you. He introduces himself as Newton Hornkeeper, and like when you saw him the other night, he was talking about how his family were they were initially kidnapped by the cultists, the eel cult guys, the Kraken Society. But they ended up being sold off to a mysterious man who was he quote wearing white, and according to Badger, he had Amphalian black stallions that were pulling a carriage that his family was taken away in.
Do I know off the top of my head any families that have that kind of horse?
Yeah, I think we discussed this at the time.
So
Amphalian stallions are like that is the breed of horse you're going to see owned by nobles here in Waterdeep. Amphale is basically a suburb to Waterdeep, and a lot of nobles have ranches out there. Amphale's known for its horses, so it's definitely somebody with money.
Okay.
But again, he just sort of pleads with you to sort of take up the case. He mentions that he's already been to Victor Saint Domain. He'd been reading in the papers about how famous this Saint Domain guy is, and he got the impression that Saint Domain was busy with other projects.
Of course he was. I'll see what I can find out.
He's incredibly grateful. He sort of shakes your hand. He's staying in a little dive at here in Dockward called the Red Knight Inn. If you ever need him, he'll be staying there.
Okay. All right. Is there a place that I know that is there a place that I know that members of the Sash, particularly Nyx, might hide out or hang out?
That's a good question. Probably not. Like the Sash has been gone for a while now. Like it's been it sort of got disbanded several years ago. Right around the yeah.
Okay.
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't find Nyx. Nyx finds you.
Essentially, yeah.
It's true. Okay. In that case,
You know she's got a particular like fondness for King. If you are around King long enough, she'll probably show back up.
So, okay, that's fair. Trying to think if I have any other sources of information, but I don't think so. So yeah, I guess I will start heading back towards the bar.
Okay.
It's about time for a drink anyway.
King. Last stop on the grand tour here for Silver Chime Alley is Rhymerose Postal Company. As you approach, you catch sight of Fitz Lightfoot, the delivery guy for it. He's in the middle of an errand. He's got a bunch of packages in a satchel as he's come rushing out. He nods to you and goes darting off down the street. He's a feminine.
Hello!
Hi, goodbye. Sorry. Gotta go.
We're having a black party! In a couple days! See you!
Okay.
Turn by the building,
to the
trucking, walking.
Okay.
Is there anyone else there?
Yeah, like inside it's a Rhymerose Postal Company. Inside has a little storefront where they sell very nice stationery, quill pens, inks, calligraphy supplies, stuff like that. There is a counter behind that are various little mailboxes with letters in them. And you are immediately greeted by a woman wearing a sundress. She looks like this. And introduces herself as Briseus Catalea. Charmed to meet you.
Oh, I must say the same. How do you do?
I am absolutely excellent. So, you must be the people from across the street.
Oh, we sure are.
I thought so. I couldn't help but notice certain individuals. You see she sort of eyes you up and down.
Oh, well, I'm used to that, don't you worry. I must say you're quite noticeable yourself.
Thank you. Everyone says so. So, welcome to Rhymerose Postal Company. How may I be of service to you?
Well, the service I would offer you is, have you known about the block party that's happening in a couple of days to usher in our grand opening a couple of doors?
You know, I thought I heard the halfling next door mentioning that at a very loud volume to his niece.
Oh, splendid. I assume you'll be there, of course.
Well, of course, if I'm invited.
I'm fairly sure you might be. I'll have to check the list, but if you're not, I can sketch.
Oh, I would appreciate that, sir. Tell me, is there anything else you need today? Deliveries, letters written of a business nature, romantic nature, anything?
I'll get back to you on that, but I'll make sure to keep in touch.
Very well. If you ever need any messages sent, magical or mundane, please stop by.
Well, actually, when you send a message, does it need to have a certain destination, or can it just kind of be to anyone concerned?
She taps her chin. We have a number of options here. It depends on what you're looking for. Hang on, I actually have a handout for this. Where the fuck is it? Where is it?
Tell me there are more dolls.
Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so Here, I can actually show this to you guys now that you've visited everybody. So let's see. Men at Arms, Rhyme Road Postal. Yeah, okay, so there you go. So if you need, let's see, like if, yeah, she could probably send like, animal messenger stuff to wherever you need to, for 5 gold, something like that. Like they have magical means of conveying these things.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. That's good to know.
Okay. Otherwise, I think you're pretty much done here in Silverchime Alley. Everybody knows. Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. And we have interacted with everyone in here, so we have got the full handout now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's that. Did you have anything like that? Actually, wouldn't have taken up that much time, I don't think, King. So, is there something else you want to try to accomplish today?
Let's see here. I do want to the whole teaching Caprica how to run the bar when we're not around is a very off-screen thing. I think I don't know if that needs a scene, but I do need to go and Charlie mentioned about how he would write letters of recommendation for King to present to the other ungilded brewers and food providers in the city. So I need to go and get in contact with them so we have stuff to actually serve at this grand opening block party.
Okay. So would you want King to like do a tour all through the city? Because I mean, these things are scattered all over.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could use Rhyme Rose Postal Company.
That's actually not a bad idea because that would involve going all over the place. Yeah, let me see what the price is for express delivery because this thing's in.
5 gold.
And how many places did how many places that are ungilded that Isa would have?
He's got 11 destinations.
And so 55 gold. How much of that can I write off as bar expense?
The bar expenses that we don't have a bank account for.
Now. I can save you 5 gold. I can save you 5 gold now because there's one place. Hang on, I've got the name here. Dead City Distillers, which is actually like a very short walk from where you guys are.
Okay, I'll go ahead and drop the 50 gold on sending out letters with Isa's recommendation about us wanting to cooperate and get some food stuff, some samples for the block party to the other 10 places.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, that will make this whole process a lot faster. Okay, so you could send those out. And do you want to just like head over to Dead City Distilleries and talk to them?
Sure. I probably hit the bar after that to, get a drink, take a break. If anyone wants to tag along to Dead Man's Brewery, Dead Man's.
No, you can't drink and drill at the same time.
Okay. Well, we'll assume Oz and Laz are showing up right about this time as well, if they want to be a part of this.
Yeah, if they want to.
I'll be a part of what's going on. Sure.
We're
It's
gonna go
late
to
at night if you're not still like in trance at that point.
I'm gonna assume he's not in trance and he's back at the bar.
Okay, probably afternoon. If he went in the morning.
Making sure that his colors are covered up.
Colors?
For his uniform.
Yeah, in the watch.
Oh, Laz, I met the most interesting person while I was doing a little tour of the alley. There's another detective on this.
Another detective?
Ooh, yes, Harry Trench, I believe his name is.
What is his name? Harry what?
Harry Trench?
Harry Trench? Or is it Henry Trench?
That's a terrible name.
Danny Trench.
That's
Danny
a great
Trench.
name. Oh, that's
Danny
less
Trench.
exciting.
That's totally different.
I actually like Terry.
It does. It is very different. Does Laz recognize that name? Have any reputation or anything like that?
Yeah, actually, this name was brought up to you. I think it was last night by
yes,
Cassandra.
That is
Cassandra
what I
Wavier.
thought. He was one of the ones who's being considered their new organization. Interesting.
I invited him to the block party. He said he's, willing, open for work, and at the bar party, I figured you and him might be able to mingle a little, do some chit chat, do some.
That is that's an excellent idea.
Also, Oz, how many goblins are in this city? Weird question, I know.
Honestly, probably not a lot. We have our own little area where we have, a lot of goblins. And I'm sure there's some goblins that are, around, but
What's
it's
this about Calzone?
not like a main. Wait, why are you asking me? Wait, what's going on?
Oh, just talked with the Brewers Guild guy, and he's a
Look,
huge
Bully's
racist,
back.
so I don't like him. Oh, Bully!
Bully!
Didn't he? Is that Bully? I thought he just got a new.
No, what? No, it's Bully. Bully.
Are
say
you
hi.
sure?
I look at Bully. Josh, do something.
Bully blinks at you.
See,
Blinks at
it's
King.
Bully.
Oh.
He looks like Bully. Like, all the words are in the right place and all that jazz.
It's
He just keeps staring at you, King, and then suddenly he like lashes out with his tongue, like grabs you, pulls you in, bites, and then like gets you.
Oh, hey, it is gay. It is Bully.
I think
Bully, stop
I think
it. Come
that's
on.
just a frog thing.
I am hugging Bully.
Bully does not react.
Bully's hugging me with his mouth.
Like a tentative, like awkward, weird, just pat on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Good frog.
good frog. Yes, absolutely, good frog. Okay.
So good news. I have sent out letters to all of the unlicensed brewers that Izo told me about, and hopefully they'll be able to send us something to serve on our opening day in a couple of days. But I skimped on one because it's just down the street. I said we go give him a pop at him.
Yeah, you do that. Hopefully the bar should have some cool shit and be not looking like a total slum by, day after tomorrow.
Thanks, Oz.
Thanks, Oz.
Oh,
Oz?
don't worry. If it's not ready, then it's just gonna be just a block party. No one comes in. We do it all outside.
Look,
That's fair.
we are gonna have the best opening of all time. Of all time.
Till somebody wants
Yeah.
to use the bathroom.
I think
What,
this-
bathroom?
They can just go into Kill a Mockingbird and use that.
There's fucking pots, dude. They can do whatever they want.
That actually reminds me. As you started bringing that up, King. No, never mind. Continue.
Wait, what did he bring up? I'm already.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
If someone needs to take a crap, they can just bust through the window to Kill a Mockingbird and take them.
Take it over there, man. That's where it belongs.
You're right. Yeah.
King, you're heading off to go talk to that last distiller. Who's going with him? I know Vivi's not. Vivi's back at the bar.
Yeah, you
Laz
guys
is
go. I have
off.
like probably a bunch of rats on like my shoulders and shit.
And no obligation, I can do it solo, no problem.
Laz is going to. If Oz is going, he's gonna kind of like nudge Oz to hang back for a second.
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow the lead there.
Okay. Hey, I noticed something in our weird deity-induced fever dream yesterday.
What
The,
did you notice?
The guy in the graveyard. Someone referred to something that you were carrying or dealing with as a stone. What do you know?
Yeah. I mean, it was a stone.
You don't know anything beyond that?
I know some details. What makes me want to tell you? Kappa?
Nothing except for the fact the people who've tried to kill us in the last 3 days have been babbling about a stone, so I thought it might be relevant.
You guys still at the bar talking about this?
I have a question.
I'm
for
assuming
you,
so, yeah.
Mr. Laz, if that's
Oh.
your real name.
Yes, I totally am a shifter who lied about having the last name Wolf.
That would make sense, actually.
That is not on the snout at all.
Wait, you guys said
Anyway,
something about a
Slightly
stone?
large nose.
why are you with this group, Laz? I mean, we're not the most law-friendly group, I would say.
I follow all the time.
Why do you hang out with us, huh?
Why are you our friend?
Yeah, that's
What
the one.
do you
Thanks,
like?
God.
Laz is going to look at Oz and he's going to say with a very straight face, you have a knack for, let's say you have a knack for getting me in touch with some very interesting people.
Oh, that's what I'm for, huh?
Hmm. Also, I like Izo.
I mean, he's a pretty lovable guy. So he's kind of cool. He owes me 50 gold, though.
Actually, here. Laz will actually give. He'll actually toss Oz 50 gold. Take it. I've known that bugbear since he was the size of, well, a regular person.
Okay. I can't take this. This is
You can.
I'll just let him slide this time.
Take half.
No, you can keep it. It's fine. It was more of a joke. It was a gesture. It was just to see if he would give me the 50 gold. That's all. I wasn't actually interested in it. But look. So, sure, Laz, if that is your real name. I mean, yeah. I was basically told by a family member that that rock that you're talking about, it was supposed to go into our hands, but things got complicated and it ended up not really going the way that we wanted it to. And somebody I held very dear to me ended up dying because of it. But, you know, I don't know. Things happen.
Laz is going to nod with a sort of very solemn look because he saw all of that in a way that he was a little bit more personal than he ever intended to
Right.
see. And he's going to ask, do you know who ended up with it?
Remember those guys that we saw in that whatever the fuck dream we were in?
Yeah.
They were the ones who ended up with it. Where did it went from there? Not sure.
Were they working for somebody that you know of?
I have very, very vague inclinings of where it might have been.
I definitely know people who might know people who might know where we've been, but me myself, not really. But I mean, I know a guy who might know a guy who might know where it's been. I mean, we could talk to him. Why? I mean, I do know that the people were talking about it. Do you want to pursue this thing? What is this thing? What do you know?
I don't know anything. I don't like not knowing anything. That's why.
Also, we saw some other shit in that fever dream, didn't we, Les? Who was that guy in the alleyway? I think it was in the alleyway.
It was.
Yeah.
Let's call it an old associate.
And you knew him? Because, I mean, the guy you saw, the other goblin, that was my cousin. I miss him a lot. And he ended up dying. So who was that guy?
Not somebody close.
Okay, well.
Not the person that I mourned for was on the table.
Table. Oh, that guy. Yeah.
His dad, his father.
But wait, did you say that out loud? I'm sure. I'm confused.
Wait, what?
No, Laz's father. He's saying that out of character.
Yeah, it's Laz's father.
But did you say that in character, or did you give him any?
Which part did I?
I don't think I don't think Oz knows who you're like the relevance of that person.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right. He was in the middle of a fight with two hobgoblins when that was going down. Sorry.
Hobgoblin, yeah. Anyway, there was a bugbear.
There was a bugbear.
Proper representation here.
You're correct. Okay. That was my father.
Oh. Well then. Well, that fucking sucks.
Thanks.
Hey, we both lost somebody. Look at that.
Yes, we did.
To the same fucking people. Possibly.
Necessarily.
Yeah, possibly. I don't actually know. Anyway, yeah, we could pursue that if you want. I mean, is this rock really important? I really don't fucking know.
Well, we've got Zint's looking for it.
Yeah.
Vivi, you asked about it.
Red Knuckles looking for it. He told me to find it. Said he'd clear my debt if I found it. But if it's that important, and that many people want it, maybe we shouldn't give it to Red Knuckle. Maybe if we find it.
King, do you know anything about this rock? Have you heard about it?
The King's been gone for a while.
Okay, I'm talking to no one. Hey, Bully, you know about this rock?
Bully blinks, then blinks again.
Okay. And Bully doesn't know.
Good frog.
Well, if you guys want to pursue that, I know a guy who might 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 know.
Okay. That's.
Also, take this, everybody. I'm gonna pass out my good berries for the day.
By the way, everybody take your drugs.
You know, you never know if you might need this.
No dessert till you eat your drugs.
Vivi politely declines.
No, you're taking this.
Think of it like vitamins, you know? It's a daily vitamin.
If he really doesn't take it, then I'm gonna sleight of hand try to put it in his pocket.
Planting drugs on a cop, I love it.
Does he take it?
Yeah, when Oz insists he'll take it and he'll just sort of toss it later.
Okay.
I try to put an extra one on it.
He's like too tall.
And
He can't reach his pocket. And his jacket.
Can he roll an insight or something to see if he notices?
Like
Or
his
I don't-
passive
not
perception's
insight, or-
higher than that. So
Okay, yeah, you're right. True. Whatever.
Slick.
Okay, I'll just minus that.
let's see. Vivi, give me one more tinkering check for the day.
All right. Hey.
Hey, okay, so you
Ooh.
actually make a little bit more progress on this bar.
That's better. Much better. Okay, I'm gonna put in those projectors / holograms for possible ghost mermaids.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So
Gotta have
ghost
illusions.
Gotcha. Illusion projectors installed. So last business of this day. Hang on 1 second.
Don't say last. How dare you?
King. So you're heading down to Dead City Distillers.
I kick a black rock out of my way as I come up to the door.
Okay. Let's see. That would be. Hang on, I actually have the address for it here. It's on the corner of Coffin March and Winter. So I'm gonna put you here. As you can see, not that far. So Dead City Distillers, it's this somewhat intimidating looking structure. As you knock on the door, it's opened by a burly bugbear. Yeah.
Oh, hello! Are you a friend of Ezo Blackbear by any chance?
Nope.
Well, I am! You told me all about you. This is a Dead Man Distillery, I believe?
That's what the sign says.
Oh, splendid, splendid. I was wondering if you have heard of the King's Palace opening up just down the way here in a couple.
Nope.
Well, it is a fantastic new bar establishment that's opening up, and here's the kicker: it's ungilded. And I have heard that you are ungilded as well, and we want some of that good.
Oh, you want to talk to the owner? He'll let you in.
Oh, yes.
In the back.
All right, I go on and head
So
to the back.
you start moving through the serving area, and head to the back. In there, sitting at a table, you see this very portly gentleman with a bushy beard, black, slowly turning gray. He's currently sitting at his table with a knife. He's cutting up with a peach. Looks up at you. Yes, how may I help you?
Why, hello. I was recommended to you by my friends over at the Black Bear Brewery, Brews and
Black Bear
Ezo.
Brewery. Black Bear Brewery?
Yes, I'm a good friend of Ezo from over there.
Oh,
And
you know Izo.
Oh, yes.
That mean okay. So the Izo. Okay, so do you know Bruce?
Oh, I've heard of him, and I've heard great things about him, but I'm more close to his nephew.
Wait a minute. Is your name King?
Oh, how did you know?
He'll hold up a letter. Izo sent me letter. Said the Catman may be coming around.
And that would be that cat man.
Excellent. Well, come sit down. My name is Radomir Dostoyevich.
Oh, Vladimir
I am
Dostoyevich.
owner of Dead City Distillers, makers of finest vodka in Waterdeep.
Oh, yes. I have heard all about you, and I see you've had trouble. I've heard you've had troubles with the Brewers Guild, much as Black Baron ourselves.
Troubles? Not really. Wouldn't call it troubles.
Just a lack of cooperation from them, more so.
That's a way of putting it. I could say. I'm sorry, peach.
Oh, yes, I would love a peach.
He'll hand you a peach. Where do you go? Takes another piece of peach, starts chewing on it. You can see like juice sort of trickles out of the corner of his mouth. So, what can I do you for?
We are having a grand opening event, a little Silver Chime Alley blog party, and we're hoping if you could help us cater this fine event and potentially also help us stock our bar.
Help you stock your bar.
We'll be selling the Black Bear brews, and we're hoping to get some other unrecognized, slighted brews that the brewers just can't appreciate in our stuff.
I see. I see. Yes, yes. I think we could probably arrange something, especially if you are friends of Burrows. Friends of Burrows are friends of Radomir Dostoyevich. This is good. This is good.
Good, good, and consider myself a friend of yours then.
Fantastic, fantastic. So tell me, you would be wanting vodka, yes? And he starts to stand up.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic, good. He takes another slice of peach, sort of pops into his mouth. Come with me. I'll show you our stores. You can pick out what you want.
Alrighty, I follow him and take a look at all these fine vodka.
Yep, he'll take you downstairs as he's leading you through the basement. Like he's got several shelves full of different flavored vodkas. He sort of points out this is the finest reserve here. Over here we have some flavored items with these things. So tell me, Mr. King, are you new to Waterdeep? I've never heard of you before.
Oh, fairly new. Been here a few months since last winter, I believe. Or when did I come? Not too long.
Excellent. I see. I see. I see. Well, then I suppose you are not overly familiar with me. You've heard of me, but perhaps you have not heard of me, as they say.
Yes, I've heard of you. I've heard that you are an excellent brewer that's been ignored by the Brewers Guild, but not much besides. Tell me, what is your story?
Oh, you know, I am a man. I grew up in Rashomon. I came out here to make my fortune, making fine vodka and just being a good neighbor to everyone. Over here we have I wouldn't call this our best stuff, but it's pretty good. A lot of people seem to enjoy its strength. Over here, he'll walk over to a room that's attached to this. It's connected by one of those like big metal sliding doors. Through here, we have a few of our well, what you could call a bad product, and he'll pull it away. And in this other room is it's significantly smaller, has a like a metal floor to it, and there is a man strapped to an operating table. He like looks at you. His eyes are just sort of like bulging with fear. There's somebody else in the room, a tall, gaunt gentleman in like a dark, heavy trench coat. He's wearing what, for lack of a better term, is a gas mask. It's like a leather mask that covers his head, and at the front of it is a pouch that you can see is expanding and contracting. He has these black tinted lenses where the eyes should be, and he's sort of with these long, these heavy black gloves, is sort of like going over a number of instruments. He picks up one. It looks particularly sharp and pointy. Another one looks like some sort of like little saw thing, and he eventually settles for a little circular device that he walks over to the guy and like lays it on his eye. Like it sort of fits comfortably within the like the socket there. The guy just like tries to say something, but his mouth is gagged. King, as you're sort of like noticing that little contraption, it shoots out a little antenna from it that sort of like sticks up in the air. As you're sort of admiring it, it looks vaguely familiar, like the style of it, the various design features. It looks like something like Vivi would design. And what it eventually does is like as it sort of unfolds, it ends up looking like a fishing rod. It's a pole with little rings on it. Radomir looks over to you. This man here, he tried to cheat me. I order from him dill pickle. He tries to sell me sweet gherkin. He does this 3 times. I tell him I ordered dill pickle. But again, he charges me for working. He tries to cheat me. This upsets me. He is bad product. I do not like being cheated.
I see you have a similar outlook on being cheated than I do. That is good to know. May I ask, are you also in the business of disposing of, bad products like that if that were to arise?
Indeed, indeed. This is how I deal with people who cheat me. This is how my guild treats people who cheat me. And he'll roll up his sleeve and reveal a circular tattoo with 10 spokes off of it.
I see.
This man back here, he is a good friend of mine. His name is the Maestro. And he'll close the door. As he does, you notice that the Maestro has a long needle-like device that he's sort of like fitting into those little rings. And then the door closes, and all you hear is screaming on the other side. Hear what sweet music he produces. He is a good Maestro.
Obviously, yes.
So, here is the deal. You will buy vodka from me at the price I will set. You will purchase it when I tell you to purchase it. And you will not cheat me.
Sounds like a fantastic setup. We'll get some
Good.
excellent vodka for our bar, and
One more thing. If when you see Izzo, tell him to come around sometime. I would love to have a chat with him. Okay?
yes, fantastic.
Good. You get the fuck out of here. And he sort of like pats you on the shoulder in a slightly condescending way.
Yes. So I assume we'll get our first shipment by in a couple of days' time. In time for the party.
Actually, he'll as he's walking up to you, or he's walking you out. Hang on, sorry. Come here, Barney. Come here. Anyway, he'll hand you, let's say, 3 bottles of vodka as you on your way out. Yeah, just take these for now. I'll get you a put up a shipment in a couple of days.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it.
Mhm.
You are a pleasure to deal with.
Thank you. So are you. It is not often I find people who seem to understand where I'm coming from. A lot of people they cringe, they whine, they go, please, no, not me, don't stop. Little bitches.
Yes.
Well, anyway, good day. And he'll sort of like walk you to the door and slam it behind you.
Well, that went well. Found us some vodka and maybe a place, deposit bodies that need to not be found.
Okay. Let's see.
That's my people.
Other than that, did anybody have anything else they wanted to accomplish today?
On my way back to the bar, I am going to stop by Rhymer's Postal Company. And I'm going to ask her if I can send a letter not to a certain residence, but just to a part of.
To a part of what?
To a to like the roof of a residence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Like what? Like I'm confused as to what you mean here.
The roof of the what's it called, the bakery.
Okay.
But yeah, the Blackwater bakery.
Okay, you want to send something to its roof?
Yes, burnt up on the roof of my old loft. Not necessarily. The message will say I have.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, they have like an animal messenger spell that they can send out that way, and like they can sort of leave a message on the roof for you. But yeah, they can. Yeah, that's very doable for them.
Perfect. How much would that cost?
Actually, they probably just need a bird. So, whatever same day shipping is.
So 1 gold. Okay.
Yeah, 1 gold.
And the total for all the other messages in it was 50, right?
Yeah, so 51 in total.
Perfect.
Okay. Cool. Other than that, I think you guys again. If there's anything else anybody wants to accomplish today, we can just keep on going.
I will start reading that book.
Gotcha.
As I'm heading to
Uh,
bed, I'll probably ponder Vivian's riddle.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So as you're laying down to bed, Vivi, you start considering like what exactly it says. I forgot what it actually said. Let's take a look here. It's been a while. Yeah, hang on here. Sorry. Text handouts, music box. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I remember this.
There we go.
Yeah. So as you're looking over it and you're thinking about it again and again, with a 19, yeah, that's probably sufficient. It starts to like dawn on you that how to put this? Pretty boring, kind of fun. That's something like Vivian would always say about, say, school, something like that. Like, it's learning's fun. It's just they do it too slowly for you guys. And if you oversleep, you actually would have to run to get to class in time. Vivian, like, I don't want to say like toward before the end there, but yeah, like within the past couple of years, she would sort of waffle between doing work with you, and she'd also like do time at the what was it? The tower,
The tower
of the
something
order.
for magic. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tower of the Order. Yeah, for the noble order of arcanists and stuff like that. So she'd like do research there, where she has access to all the stuff, and like she'd pull like a 3-day bender over there. They'd come hang out with you and apply what she's been researching there. And over the years, she would talk about one of her mentors there, a gentleman whose name I have somewhere. But God, too many characters. Scholars. Yes. Somebody by the name of Evandris Stellarian. He was apparently a professor in investiture, the art of actually creating magical items and stuff like that. But she would often talk about how impressed she was by him and how just how much knowledge this guy has acquired over the course of his lifetime. She often described him as wise.
I mean, I was thinking that the question was a who, so then like it's somewhere.
Other than that last couplet, though, you have no idea what that's fucking talking about, though.
It's definitely that grandfather clock.
Other than that, you guys can go to sleep now with Bully by your side. And over the course of the evening, like towards say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, those of you who are staying in the bar hear howling outside. But that's about it. You all otherwise wake up just fine. Next day, anything or like King, what are you trying to do on the next day?
I'll lounge around and enjoy myself because I got a bunch of business done the previous day. I'm not used to that.
Okay, so goof off day. Oz, how about you?
I did everything I wanted to do.
Gotcha.
So
So maybe you guys just
You
hang
know
around
what?
the bar and like work on it today. Maybe I don't know.
I'm working on shit, and I can make other people hold things and or help with things, as I'm sure they might reluctantly do.
I mean,
Qualifier.
if that helps her do stuff, yeah, I guess I'll assist in it.
The qualifier, that is after our party, right?
That would be the same day as your party and like earlier in that day.
Oh. Ooh.
Oof. Damn it, Oz.
Okay, so I guess I'm helping work.
Local paper, the papers today. There's a hanging in South Ward. Bar owner released. And when you guys like read that, you guys sort of look out the window, and across the street you notice there are lights on over in Tequila Mockingbird. And lastly,
Okay.
that's your last opportunity to register for the Owlbear Grand Prix qualifier.
Should I go register for the qualifier, or should we go fuck with Blackwell?
I mean, you could register and then go fuck with them.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna go register us. Well, okay. So we need to have. Do we need to tell them who's all riding in the qualifier?
Yeah, you're gonna have a list of names, but other than that,
Out of character, would anyone be upset if King was just an asshole and just registered everyone's names on it?
Probably not, as long as you didn't put, as you just put VB Venom. It's fine.
I don't even know if he knows your legal name.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Probably not. That's even better. There you go. We're good.
Yeah. It's a perfectly King thing to do.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just put all of our names on it.
Okay. Yeah, so you head over to whatever it's called, the Field of Triumph, and you can register there. They sign you up. There is one thing, however, that they're requesting, though, King, that you didn't expect. They need a team name.
The King's Chariot!
Okay, they write it down. Gotcha. Okay, so you do that. Oz, or not Oz, Laz. Anything in
Yes.
particular you're trying to accomplish today?
Well, I probably have to go to work again.
Okay.
So I can do that.
Pounding the pavement. Gotcha. Gotta earn that paper. Other than that, Oz and Vivi, how about you guys give me, or actually, nah, yeah, both of you give me tinkering checks. Oz, I guess you would just do dexterity, I guess. Yeah, just give me a dexterity check, Oz.
Sure.
Damn. So Vivi, having an extra pair of hands like help you over the course of the day, is just like invaluable. You guys are
Besides
able
just
to
the rats.
Yeah, besides just the rats, like having somebody who actually has like opposable thumbs.
Bully's helping too, of course.
Yeah, of course, and having like a pack mule of a frog assist. Like I can imagine like you guys like tie like a rope around Bully and have him like walk like sort of use him like to lift things and stuff like that.
Move some tables around and fix some
Yeah,
lights,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But with that, let me move over here and I think you guys, does that complete it? Oh no, you're super close though. Yeah. So over the course of the days, you guys are sort of fixing it all up. This thing's really coming along. It's practically done. You know, just get maybe some better chairs in here, do a last sort of cleaning, and you guys would you're probably good to go tomorrow. Because right now you've got like sawdust and slag everywhere, scrap and whatnot that you just really it's more just like cleaning up now.
I imagine at some point we probably do get some fog machines in and get fucking distracted for like 2 hours because we were just playing with the fog and it's foggy shit inside the goddamn bar. Because it did malfunction at some point as we were trying to test it out.
The rats are just lost. Like for the rats, they feel like they're in Ravenloft.
Who was smoking? Who were hotboxing the bar with the fog machine?
I do have that vial of cosmic dust still.
Oh, yeah, that also. Speaking of hotboxing, there's also that cosmic essence you have, King.
Yeah, he just said that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Did I show that to Oz yet, or no? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did. No.
Whenever I get back to the bar, I'll do that.
Okay. So yeah, you go sign up for the Owlbear tournament, and now are you going to fuck with Blackwood? Is that what I heard?
I think I need to coordinate this because
I think we can fuck with them better.
Mhm.
So I'll just head back to the bar then.
Okay. As you head back, King, you sort of like you arrive to a lot of fanfare. Caprica's arrived. She's brought her family. All 25 members of them. There's like 26 tabaxi outside of your bar as you arrive.
Oh, splendid! I'm glad to see you all came.
Caprica just sort of runs up. Majesty, I apologize. I tried only telling one person, but the whole neighborhood insisted on coming.
Oh, that's fantastic. That'll make sure our block party tomorrow is extra.
Like various like tabaxi start coming up to you, King, and just basking in awe at you. Sort of taking it in. One like really elderly Lynx tabaxi is just hanging back and sort of giving you the stink eye. But most of them are just in awe that they even get to see a member of the royal family.
Oh, I miss this. Yes, gaze as much as you like. It is your right. It is your right.
One like this one particularly elderly like female tabaxi just comes up and with stars in her eyes and a trembling hand reaches for your mane and just dares
You
to
may.
touch it a little bit. Oh, she touches
I,
it. It's so
I lean in a little. Help yourself. It is the least I can do for my pocket.
As you're looking around at them, King, you can ascertain that this can't be all like one family. This is probably like she said, it's her whole quote neighborhood is come by. But they're they're like very eager to look good in front of royalty. For the most part.
I'm glad to see that you've all came. We are having a celebration tomorrow, and I hope to see you all there tomorrow.
They all clap, and they're all just like, one of them's just like, "Will there be food?"
Of course, and in fact, any tabaxi they will eat free.
They all erupt into applause.
I am soaking it up. I miss this. People in the city are jerks usually. This is great.
Finally, my people.
The recognition I deserve.
It's about time.
A return to normalcy. So that happens. Anything else anything else, King? Did I have something else?
I will show Oz that cosmic essence I got from. Yeah, so a flower lady down the way gave me this. I have any idea what it is?
I will look at it.
So cosmic essence. Let me bring that back up again. Yeah, so it's just this vial of this pink powder. Oz. You can ascertain like you it looks like something you'd have to like throw into fire in order to activate.
Do I know more about it? Can I
You've
roll?
never seen this shit before.
Oh. There's nothing I can do.
Throw it in the fire.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like there's no way to really ascertain this.
Yeah.
You've never heard of this woman or whatever this shit is.
I mean, this is some custom shit. I don't really know too much about it. I think this is like specific to whoever the fuck you got this from.
Is it good shit though?
I mean, probably. I mean, it looks pretty fucking good. But I don't do my own shit. That's a policy.
Well, this is someone else's shit, technically.
You're right. But I don't do other people's shit either.
I don't do the shit.
Yeah, he is. He's just all about business. Oz doesn't really do drugs.
Duly noted.
That's not true. He does his own shit, but not. He'll do his own shit, but hardly ever.
I guess jumping out to play around with this whenever we're done with the party tomorrow. Welcome to share if you like.
I'm gonna pass.
Alrighty, so let's get into tomorrow. So for the bar to get to that last little kind of level of progression, what do we still need to do to it? Like what's left? So you said like new chairs, just kind of dirt.
Yeah, if somebody wants to take a level of exhaustion, they can stay up for the night and just clean up the bar.
Could I try and persuade my adoring crowd to help do the finishing touches on the bar?
Yes. Yes.
It probably just needs like cleaning, really, which is shit we probably suck at and or are too lazy to do.
Oh, Caprica, I'll let you and a few handpicked select members of your choosing come help do the final touches on the bar before the presentation tomorrow. And I'm going to roll to persuade for that. In fact, I'm going to burn my advantage on it.
Okay. Really don't want to clean.
I'm not cleaning.
I don't clean my own shit.
Okay. With a 17, yeah, several members stay behind, and they'll more than happy to clean up this place. But otherwise, that I'm gonna say completes the bar. You guys
Hell yeah!
There you go. You got a block party. You got a complete bar.
We have some things coming in.
You've got stuff coming in. Yes. Party. Actually, you know what? Since you guys managed to do that, how about inspiration? Okay. Other than that, I think. Like, does anybody else have anything
for the bar?
I think of.
Like in terms of what you want to accomplish?
Nothing more to accomplish. I think King's gonna keep on reading that book.
I mean, I'd like to hit the stuff that Isa was talking about. You know, all the different bars, but. Or the breweries, I should say.
I mean, King sent a letter to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah,
hey, right. Did we get any responses from them today, or?
Yeah. We'll say you guys got responses from let's see, there was a little that you sent out 10 letters. You've got responses from everybody. Let's take a look here. Let's see. The first letter you got back is written in like this really like crude handwriting. It has like, or as you're sort of like reading over, it's like, how the fuck would they write this? Basically, it's a whole bunch of chicken scratches. You're sort of looking at it, like just line after line of it, and then at the bottom, somebody's written in very crude handwriting, "We done accept your offer."
Good.
Signed, Billy Will. And below that there is there's that signature, and then below that is somebody else signed it with a big X. Not sure what that's fucking about. You get a very fancy letter from one Frito Duckington, accepting your offer. You get a letter from let's see, a Marcus and Rowena Fangmeyer from Last Howl Brewery, accepting it. You get a piece of paper that is the only thing on it is the image of a hoof, like a split hoof that's been sort of stamped into there. Just a piece of paper with a hoof print on it from White Bull Brewery. And other letters from various other places. One Balafra Goblinbane has signed off on this. Opa Humplebumple is also signed off on this.
Humplebumple?
Humble Bumble. Dude, we're getting those deals on Steam. We're getting those deals.
Yes.
We're getting these weird brewers. People love it. We're obscure. We're niche. We're hip.
Dude, we're fucking hip. Fuck this brewery shit.
People don't
And-
like beer made by bugbears. Fuck you.
As like 2 more letters come from like one of them is just like it's not even a letter, it's an envelope, and inside is just ticker tape, and written in like just one long string of letters that you're able to sort of like decode is your offer is acceptable, and the that's coming from Saint or Croix Saint Pierre's Warforged Winery. And the last one is a letter. The handwriting is rather large from somebody called Largish, from Largish's Saltwater Swill. Also accepting, or actually, regretting to inform you that his business, that he's already made he's made previous arrangements with one Antonio Slanvini.
That son of a bitch.
Fuck him.
Damn.
Fuck. I'm gonna
Probably
go
lame
to.
anyways.
If there is time, and you're saying that we do have time, I'm gonna
Yes.
go to each of these breweries who did say yes, and put some money down and get some of their goods.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do that, but
Like,
In one day.
yeah, the problem is like they're literally scared all over the city.
It would take you hours.
Yeah, it would take you. It like that's a whole day thing to do.
You could pay
What-
them
what
as they
else?
deliver, tomorrow,
Mhm.
I guess.
Yeah, basically that would be the ideal thing to do because they're all
they're coming.
They're all gonna
Yeah,
come.
they'll be coming in with stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Who also, I make sure to tell everyone, like, oh, hey, before the party, we're in a race. Heads up.
Okay. I'm good at that. I can drive
If we
shit.
win, we might be able to go win a bigger race later, make a lot of money.
Alright. How much money?
Potentially 15K split with someone else. Currently looking maybe with Badger 50-50. Might be get a better deal with Kelisani Bustiel, whoever we
Big
saw.
silver? Ooh.
Yeah, sir. She's on the race independently. She's looking for a team as well.
Oz, you should go talk to her.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I should talk.
Be her team. Mm. Hmm.
What?
Yeah, we'll be her team. She'll sponsor
Yeah,
us.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Now we gotta see what kind of cut she wants first, because if it's a much worse than 50-50, I want to go.
But I mean, she's beautiful. You never know. Maybe it's worth it. For the long term, you know?
We'll have to hash it out with her, see if there are long-term benefits we can eke out.
Oh, I will definitely negotiate for long term.
One of the we'll say Zanba sort of leans over to Shinzen. I think he's talking about something else than what he's actually saying.
Nah.
Oh, that's ludicrous.
You'd never do that.
What?
Don't worry about it. Let's see. One last thing. 2 last things. As you guys are about to go to bed, there is a very frantic knocking on your door. When you open it up, it's Fitz Lightfoot from Rhyme Rose. He is just exhausted, panting. Last delivery of the day. And he holds out 2 letters for you.
Hey there, cutie. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, hi. Okay, I gotta go lay down. Get an orange or something.
Yeah, you
Does
go
anyone
do that.
have
You want to
orange
buy some
slices?
alcohol?
No.
Don't get Julia, we said hi!
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Whatever. Yeah. I need a I need to wear less fabulous boots.
Water?
What? Water? Yeah, I'll take water.
Water.
I'll take
Here
water.
you go. Here you go.
It's
It's water.
two
Shut
soda.
up. Here you go.
Thank you. Whew, he just sort of wipes his brow, and you just watch as he like chugs the water. There's like just like a shot of like his abs apple going up and down. You see Vivi staring at it as it does.
You know, wait. I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
Is that possible? How tall is this man?
I mean, like he's. I assume he's sitting down. You could sit. You could put your hand on.
Okay, let's do that. You know, kid. Have you heard about our grand opening here?
Yeah, I think King was saying something about it earlier. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of in a rush. What about it?
You know, could you deliver stuff, right?
That I do. He suddenly like perks up. Rhyme Rose Postal Company will take anything you want to anywhere you want.
Okay, yeah, of course. You know what? Every time you make a delivery, could you mention that the grand opening's happening?
You're Pam.
Yeah, eyebrow raises. I mind.
I'll give you a gold right now if you do it.
Gold.
Tell you what, make it 1 gold a day, for as many days as you want.
How about 1 gold?
Yeah, fine, sure. Could use the fucking money.
Thanks, kid.
He bites it, but you don't get the impression he actually knows what that's for, and puts the money away.
And that water was free.
I appreciate it, man. That was good. Anyway, you guys have a great night.
You too. I just
Do the
stare at Gas
party.
who leaves.
Night King, night Oz,
Later.
night lady heads out.
I don't even say anything. Just wave.
The you have 2 letters in your hand there, King. One is from Dragonway Distillery, the last order in the that you sent out, or last letter I should say, was sent out. It's from one Rava Sheston Diliath. And as you're reading over it, it is also a letter regretting to inform you that she's already made business arrangements with one Antonio Slanvini. In fact, she will actually be closing her doors in the near future to as part of like a reorganization program, and she hopes to see you like come by in the future to purchase any number of fine selections and whiskeys and whatnot from the new Antonio Slanvini owned Dragonway Distillery and Fine Spirits. So there's that. The last letter there, King, you open it up, and it is written in a nice flowing handwriting from one Antonio Slanvini inquiring if you're interested in selling the bar.
Is there like a number in there, or is it just, hey, I want to buy your bar?
It's more like just like an inquirement of sale and a address to get in touch with him if you want to negotiate a price.
Do you tell anyone that this is happening?
Yeah, I'll tell the group. This Antonio Slanvini guy, because I'm buying up the people want to buy liquor for. He wants to buy it.
Fuck him. Let's offer to buy his bar. How much is it?
We don't have the money, Oz, but also fuck that guy.
No. We ask him how much his bar is. We fucking throw it back at him. Fuck him.
No.
If we win that race, we could buy. Yeah, if we win that race, we could buy Slanvini's bar.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we could do better stuff with 7,500 gold than buy some dude's bars.
We could just make him like, a partner. And then he has to work for us.
Or we could hook him up with our new friend Rodmir. Is in Radomir? Radomir?
Radomir Dostoyevich.
Yeah, Ratatouille.
Yeah, we can make hook him up with our new friend Radomir and make sure he fucks up, so we can see Radomir's bad side.
We just light his bar on fire.
Who's this
Oh,
Radamir?
so Radomir's the proprietor of Dead Man Distillery. Went over there the other day, and yes, he is seems to be in league with the Xanathar, like Yuzo and etc.
Oh.
And he
Oh,
made it very
well.
clear that if people cross him, they end up being dissected by people with weird masks. So
Cool, cool.
I
Yeah, it sounds
think
like a
we need
normal
to.
thing for Xanathars.
Oh yes, for sure. Which means I think we should find a way to get since Oliver is back across the way, we need to get him in touch with Radomir, make sure he fucks it up, and same with Antonio. And that way Radomir can just take care of them both for us.
I mean, yeah.
That's a lot of names.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get to
Lazarus.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Continue.
After a long day at the office, just you've come back home, sitting down with the paper to look over it. A few things perk your interest. One is the owner of Tequila Mockingbird on Silver Chime Alley has apparently been released, with no evidence found of involvement with any sort of cult. Wilhelmina Tanavast has offered her official apologies to him.
That's bad news, Bears.
The other thing that catches your eye is a hanging in Southern Ward. Apparently, the owner of Kolyat Towers Hotel was found dead hanging from a lamppost. According to the story, his face was smeared with red paint.
Oh.
And then it said, "We live in a society that was hanging."
Does that sound like the MO of anyone that I've?
It sounds like back in the day, the Sash would do things like that.
The Sash.
Laz is going to is going to crumple up his paper and just like throw it, and it's about what time is it?
I'm gonna say it's probably like 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. And they usually operate at night, yes?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Laz is gonna head out.
Okay.
Hi, I'm gonna head out.
He knows about where they how they used to travel and where they used to hunt and that sort of deal. So he'd try those places.
Okay.
He's just scouting now. He's not looking to engage.
Okay. If that's the case, give me a stealth check.
Yep.
Any day now.
Yeah, sorry, my roll 20 crashed earlier, and I didn't realize that I didn't bring up my character sheet after.
Very good. So you go scouting out some of the usual locations. After a couple of hours, around your third hangout, as you're just sort of staking out the spot, you do notice a little incident. There is a couple of young nobles coming out of a bar in Southern Ward, very tipsy, as they're making their way back towards the main road. They take a detour through an alleyway, and as you're like, you just get this feeling. You start following them for a little bit, and sure enough, as soon as they start like as soon as like they're completely immersed in darkness, you hear a scuffle up ahead. You see somebody sort of dart out from a little side alley and just like waylay them. But if you don't engage, like all that happens is you see them like get the fuck beat out of them, and whoever this is just reaches down and plucks pieces of jewelry off of them and darts off. It appears to be a figure in dark clothing with a hood up. You can give me a perception check to see if you know more or see more.
It's Oz Blue.
Too tall to be Oz Blue Blood, unless he's wearing like very big platform shoes.
Oh.
It is, in fact, Oz Blue Blood wearing very tall platform shoes. Let's see. Let's see. Where are you? Here you are. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, you can ascertain that it is a woman, wearing again dark clothing. You can see she has a rapier on her belt, but she hasn't drawn it. She has like a satchel over one arm that she's just stuffing jewels into. And you notice she actually leaves behind something on the unconscious bodies of these guys. When you approach, these guys have like taken a pummeling, but they're not in any actual serious danger. You just see that they're unconscious, but laying very daintily and very sort of dramatically on one of their chests is a white business card almost with the image of a black snake on it.
And so, a reminder: the black snake is the business card that was given to the Roaring Horns after whatever.
Yeah. Roaring Horn found it in his pocket, was flustered by it, like tore it to pieces after he couldn't find something that was on him.
Interesting.
Oh, here's the person in question. There's art for it.
Noted. Okay. Yeah, Laz would have intervened if there was any actual danger of any permanent damage, but there is not.
Yeah, whoever this was, like, seemed to like be competent enough in her combat capabilities that she didn't even need to draw her sword. That and these guys were also super fucking drunk.
Yeah. Okay. Was anything left on them? Like anything valuable other than the card? I mean, anything that you would think would be taken in a normal robbery but wasn't?
Yeah, like this woman, she stole very particular pieces of jewelry off of them. So she left their coin purses, and any sort of gold cufflinks and bolo ties and stuff like that they might have. She left those. She seemed particularly interested in rings that they had on.
Interesting. Okay.
One had a ring on, and the other one, I'm sorry, was a gold medallion that you could see was emblazoned, or that was embedded with a ruby, roughly cut into a triangle.
Okay. Would I be able? I probably wouldn't be able to follow her. She moved too quickly for me to be able to do that, and I checked.
Yeah. If you had followed her immediately, you might have been able to keep up. At this point, she's probably long gone.
Okay. In this part of town, what's the safest thing to do with them so that something worse doesn't happen to them while they're unconscious?
Oh, probably just like call for the watch.
Okay, that's what I figured. I will go ahead and take out my horn.
Mm-hmm.
Call for the watch.
Yeah. The watch guys will come by, take him, take care of him. Would you like stay around to describe what happened?
I would. I would say I would just say I came on an assault in progress. The perpetrator got away, but this is the result.
Okay.
I wouldn't get super detailed.
Okay, if that's the case, yeah, they'll take your statement. Thank you for your help. Other than that, nothing else kind of goes down tonight.
Okay.
So you
Alright,
guys
then.
sleep for the night. If you were to wake up probably around 2, 3 in the evening, you might hear howling outside. Other than that, you guys wake up on the morning of the 18th, and we're gonna end it there.
Hey.
Hey.
You've got a race
Hey.
today. You've got your grand opening
Bar.
after that. It's a big day ahead.
B.
We'll actually leave on one last note with your paper being delivered, because some of you might find the headlines interesting.
Ah.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Hmm.
Roaring Horn Air. What's that, Celia?
Oh,
Hmm.
well, that's interesting.
At
Good
sea.
riddance, but he was ours to kill.
Well, it wasn't Roaring Horn himself. It would have been their heir.
Air.
Uh,
Yeah,
I don't-
wasn't it
oh,
the guy? Yeah, he was the son though. It was the same. It's that guy.
I'm wondering if the thing that was
He was the
miss-
heir. Oh no, he's not.
Third in
Oh.
line.
Third in line. Dang. it.
Okay, okay.
Unfortunate.
Oh, he probably did that so he could get to first in line. Son of a bitch.
Slowly but surely.
But okay, diplomats from Mestica, great, great. Oh, I've been very blamed about where I'm from. Oh,
Oh,
they're gonna
man.
know I'm here.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're having the block party today too, so everyone's gonna know where I am. Great.
Great. Yikes. But they
Next
can't be
session's
bad, right? They can't be
Hmm.
bad.
It's probably not bad.
I mean, you were
My,
banished. It's not like they're coming to like get you in
I-
trouble.
I mean, I didn't take that much when I left, and I don't even have that royal claw thing on me, anyways. Tanifest has that.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know if that makes it better.
What's that?
You lost it?
Well, yeah, I took it, but I don't have it on me.
Fuck.
I've got diplomats. What could this be? Oh man. Okay.
I imagine snobby priest guys, but
Oh yeah, they're not gonna like me. Snobby priests are the ones who kicked me out.
fucking snobby priest.
You can't have twins. It's bad for the omens and the blah blah.
As you're like reading over the story there, King, apparently, like as part of the celebration, the embassy is going to have a basically like a exhibition. There, apparently, the crown jewels of Mastika are going to be on display for anybody interested in Mastican culture, like the crown jewels and other pieces of history and culture from Mastika will be. They'll have like a little exhibit there in the embassy for curious and interested parties.
Does it say how long they're going to be in town? Cause I'm
Well,
taking
it's an embassy, so they're always going to have a presence now. But as for those artifacts, they're going to be on display for a month.
Okay, let's plan a time to work out how to take them.
Oh my god.
They should have been mine, so it's their fault that got them within grabbing distance.
That's what they
Oh
do.
yes, this is going to get very interesting. I'm excited.
This is gonna be good.
Wonder what Jam's doing.
Yeah.
We'll
Wonder what
find
he's up
out. Dun.
Staring all sad out the window.
Yeah, I assume like given everything that's happened, I think Jim's probably been back at Seaward.
He gets back to us. Go ahead.
Oh no, it was just you got him staring out the window with sad piano playing. Dun, dun, dun.
He's gonna meet up back with us. Brian, they're like, "Hey, we're in a race, by the way. Let's go."
You recognize that I have a job, right?
It's a race. Call in sick. Shit.
Wait, what if he doesn't show up if you put his name down?
Ooh, yeah. What if that?
No, then you guys are just down a guy.
Okay, so is that really gonna be disqualified if everyone shows up? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I should put more people's name on there just in case someone just want to jump in.
Maximum is 6.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, Naz
like
the orphan showed
20
up. Hop
people.
on.
Now I think about that. I'm gonna find those. I'm gonna find what I post about that shit. I'm gonna pin it. Here we go. Boop. Pin. There we go. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Where?
Yeah. In the general chat.
Qualifier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aha. Perfect.
Wait. Where's Eric?
Wow.
Yeah, Eric apparently was under a mistaken impression, thought we weren't playing. So he was actually at the library.
That's what I assumed happened.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why would he think we're not playing?
Like
'Cause
early
we kinda
after,
talked
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it seemed like we were going to right after last session because Charlie wasn't going to be able to make it, and then we decided to go ahead without Charlie, and I guess Eric didn't get.
Yeah, for future reference, if we're going to be down like one person, it's probably safe to assume we'll probably continue. If we're down just one person or something like that.
Yeah, with how we're in the big city and we all have kind of like a lot of our individual stuff, it's a lot easier to go down one person in this kind of setting compared to like a more tight knit out in the wilderness kind of thing, like Princess.
Right.